Okay, materials and methods. After that, may idea na po sila ano ba yung approach na ginawa ninyo for the study. And then this section is typically followed by the results section. So the results section presents the study findings in a meaningful form. So pag sinabi pong meaningful form, hindi po yan yung parang diary na yung step 1, ito yung step 1, ito yung step 2, ito yung results sa step 2. So you have to present your data in a meaningful form. So kasi po limitado ang space niyo sa isang scientific articles, you have to be able to summarize your data in a way na madaling makikita ng inyong mga magbabasa or your readers what the result is all about. So you can actually summarize your data in the form of a table, using graphs, using images, or for more advanced types of characterization, sometimes spectra. So may mga signals po kayo na tinitingnan doon. And typically, in the results sections, you briefly like what the result about, and then dun po sa mga short statements na yun describing like the highlights of your results or some of your results, you typically refer to the tables and graphs and the data summary that you presented. So again, depende po kasi sa requirement, no? There are some articles that limit you when it comes to yung length ng inyong article. So there could be some related or extraneous observation or data that you generate that you might baka po hindi niyo masama, you might not actually be able to include in the discussion. But then typically we move those information or data into appendix section. You don't have to force all the data into the results section, lalo na po kung medyo unrelated siya or hindi po siya masyadong nakakontribute talaga dun sa inyong mga natutunan. Okay. So, in the form of a table, so ito po for example, so ang sabi natin kanina, mag-screen tayo ng dalawang synthesis methods, colloidal and hydrothermal. So, you can summarize some of the data na hindi niyo po pwedeng present in the form of a graph. Kasi for example, if you're comparing two different methods, you actually have to provide details about like the that you use, the yields, selectivity to the right size. So ano bang percentage ng product ang 5 to 10 nanometers, and then the shape of your nanoparticles, so globular and place. Kapag medyo verbal po yung, kapag po medyo what to call this, qualitative yung ibang mga description, sometimes hindi mo siya pwedeng i-force na maging graph. So sometimes you can actually, it's the most suitable way of summarizing them would be in the form of a table. And sabi ko nga, you actually have to be able to provide a title for that particular table. So in this case, comparison of yields and size selectivity of gold nanoparticle synthesis methods. And then dun po sa inyong narrative part na results, you actually should write 1, 2, or 3 different sentences talking about, or giving an overview of, like what the results are about. So again, depende sa format ng inyong results. So minsan it's an overview. Sometimes you can actually go line by line. Okay, so colloidal synthesis using gold chloride and sodium citrate afforded a higher yield of 5 to 10 nanometer gold nanoparticles. And then after that, you can follow it up. What makes the other method different? So again, when you discuss specific results, if you can tie them up or refer to specific graphs or figures, typically mas maayos yung pagbabasa kasi nare-relate po ng mga nagbabasa kung ano bang figure yung dapat nilang tingnan para mas maintindihan nila. Kasi sabi nga nila dati kanina is minsan ang mga tao ay visual learner. So sometimes if you have to point them to a picture for them to much better understand the sentence, you have to lead them, to such visual aids. So for example naman, this is a figure showing the size distribution of gold nanoparticles that you can produce via colloidal synthesis. So you present the data in the form of a graph. So sa halip na table, you can summarize things kasi dito makikita nyo, okay, ang target mo is 5 to 10 nanometers. So makikita mo na yung frequency ng 5 to 10 nanometers in comparison to the other sizes of nanoparticles, doon pinakamataas ang frequency. So that means na, okay, na-achieve niyo yung target. Mataas yung yield ng target size niyo. And then, sa discussion naman, under optimal conditions, colloidal synthesis using gold chloride and sodium citrate gave the highest yield of gold nanoparticles within the desired size range of 5 to 10 nanometers. And then you refer to figure 1. Okay. Additional example, so sabi ko nga, Pagka-form nyo ng nanoparticle, paano nyo ba malalaman if it formed the right size and shape? So kailangan nyo ng imaging. So this is an example of how you can actually use pictures to present your results. So again, this is a TM images of gold nanoparticles produced via the said synthetic method. And then again, in the results section, you actually have to describe that and refer to that figure. So again, and one very important aspect rin is you don't put tables and figures in your results section kung hindi po ninyo siya i-discuss. So don't put anything on your scientific article that you're not gonna talk about in the discussion. So kasi po malilito lang ang inyong mga magbabasa.